Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with the newest trailer from No Man's Sky, the trade trailer. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the trailers that I was really waiting for because I love trading in pretty much every game, and that's one of my most interested aspects. And just to tell you, I was not at all disappointed by this trailer. This trailer, I would put this ahead of the fight trailer. And man, it is a freaking smorgasbord of information. I'm gonna try and cover as much of it as I can. There's literally something that happens probably every second or so in this trailer. I'm gonna try and go over it with you guys as much as possible. As always, if I miss something, feel free to let me know in the comment section so everyone can know about it. Other than that, let's check this trailer out and see what we can figure out about No Man's Sky. There's a lot of new information here about stuff that we have not yet seen. It's so cool. And I know I said that in my first video, the Explore video, I wouldn't be like, orgasmation everywhere on the screen. But it may have happened a little bit in this trailer. Let's go on. Now, in the beginning here, this is like what I would consider the downtime right now of the trailer. Just kind of looking at some stuff that we've seen before. A little planet here, Yaville. Oh, let me stop right here real quick. And the reason why is because someone had said in another trailer, I think it was the fight trailer, that they had seen like some weird little like cylinders or weird little objects floating and twisting through the sky. And I think that what that was these grass blades. If you notice, there's like little blades of grass that kind of float about and kind of move around. And I think that that's what that was, because it looked almost like some sort of graphical artifact. But I think it's just the grass kind of giving you a little bit of a windy environmental feel. While we're at it, let's take a look at this scape here. Very cool. I like this because it's got a lot of topography. You know, it's like, these aren't just little hills here. These aren't just like little mounds and stuff like that. I feel like this planet and this topography is almost more varied and more interesting than a lot of what we've seen so far. So it's awesome that they're making great strides on this kind of stuff. So here we see the silicate real fast. This is in, what was this, in Polari 5? I think that was at. We've seen all that before. And then right here, I'm going to have to slow things down and stop this right here. First off, I don't want to miss this, because the last time I didn't say anything about it, people were like, you missed the new multi-tool. Yes, new multi-tool. This one looks very, very space age, man. We're talking like, this must be the Samsung Galaxy S30 million or something, because it is sleek and awesome. And we're mining a normal type of element here. Iron. We're doing some mining on some iron. That's pretty cool. On a horrible planet that I can't possibly pronounce, but I'm going to give it a try, to the Kai-Utsia Lanium 9. And then moving ahead from that, we've got blasting this giant stone structure here. One thing I noticed when blasting this is that the graphics seem to be upgraded in this mining. Like before, I don't remember there being quite so much color and particles to the mining. It more kind of just looked like Legos, you know, exploding off of the rock. But now this looks like something that's just much more involved. And the animation and the coloring of the rock seems superior to what we've seen previously. Now, right over here, I gotta stop real fast. And the reason why is, you know, there's not much going on in this scene, but I just wanted to make mention. There's a new ship on the bottom right. We got the Orozawaski S-37. Someone had mentioned that all of these ships seem to have S in their title there, and I don't really know what that means. I kind of thought maybe it meant like it's a science ship, so it has an S in it. I can't really be 100% certain, but I will say, before someone else mentions it, that this ship looks oddly phallic in nature. Moving on. Blasting away at a couple of asteroids right there. And right here I need to stop, because this looks like in a playthrough that was done by a game journalist, Benjamin Kratch. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, because I can't pronounce pretty much anyone's name right, I'm finding. He had mentioned that some of the space stations looked like giant Death Stars, and this one here definitely has that Death Star look to it. You can see that just big glowing opening up there at the top, where I assume we're going to be flying into. Very cool, considering the other space stations that we've seen are more angular, just from what I can remember. So here we're heading inside the space station, no big deal, and then you gotta stop this just at the right time. Right about here, we've got some, if you notice here, we've got some like blue alien writing or something on the side of this ship. I'm curious what exactly that means. I wonder if the different ships will have little writings or different emblems on them because they're associated with like a certain species or something. It's just something I noticed, and it's something that I thought that was kind of cool. So walking onto the ship here, if this is going to be, or I should not say the ship, I should say the space station. If this is going to be the space station interior, it seems much more fleshed out than the other space stations that Sean has kind of like brought different people into and showed a little bit of when they kind of like went in to look through the window panel to see the planet below to get a kind of idea of the scope and size of the planets. This here, we've got like a little hydroponic situation going on. On the left, we have what looks like a saving area. On the right there, a couple of decorative panels, and I do appreciate that. Moving on here, past our little buddy there sitting on his twirly stool, we've got a weapon in a box, and this looks like, now the HUD is off here, so we can't exactly see what's going on with this weapon. But I assume that this is one of the ways that you will find new multi-tools. So going past that, we've got this area right here. Now, this is hard to find because it only lasts on the screen for like a billionth of a second. But look right here as this person is going to go outside of this little shelter here. Outpost B84 Galactic Market Terminal. Yes! Right here we can see damaged machinery, get blueprint. That's an interact thing that we can do here. And the minute that they do interact, it opens up, and yes, new technology discovered. And then it tells us about this new technology, and okay, this is cool. I have been waiting to see like new upgrades for the different stuff in the game. So thank you finally for releasing some information on some damn upgrades. Wide beam adapter version 1. It says it's a mining beam companion unit. The mining beam laser is modified to allow simultaneous mining of multiple targets, widens the laser impact radius, so multiple targets in close proximity will receive damage during mining processes. So it kind of gives you a little bit about this technology. It tells you what it takes to build, so we get to see some more different elements here. We got iron, iridium, and plutonium. So there's your mixture of real elements and the elements that they've kind of made up to assist in creating a, real kind of sci-fi-ish world. Very cool though to finally see some new upgrades. I've been waiting for this, and I feel this upgrade here, the information on this upgrade does look very clean compared to the information that they've shown on different upgrades in the past. So going past that, we're flying out of our space station, and what do we see here? A ton of asteroids with those damn crystals on them. And now it just looks like there's a bunch of crystals floating in space. This is new because we had mentioned before that we had not really seen any crystals in space. You just kind of mine the asteroids, and it looked like the players that were playing the game were just getting the resources, but now it looks like there's actual crystals and elements residing in space, so that is cool. Right here, I'll just mention incredibly quickly, we've got another new ship on the bottom right. We've got the Inshish S11. So maybe this is a stealth ship or something, because it's the Inshish. Okay, bad, I'm sorry, bad humor. I'm moving on, we're here. Going upon a planet here, we notice that this right here is obviously collecting a element, but this element, when you stop it just at the right time, you can see that this element has a name that I don't think we've seen before. It says right here, it's Emerald ×1. That's interesting. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I don't know if it's some sort of cooking supply or something. And then over here, we've got the Sentinel drones alert. And at this time now, it doesn't just mention that the drones are alerted or the Sentinels are alerted. It tells you Sentinel drones, and it gives you a little picture now. So that's kind of cool. Over here, just mining some more different rocks. So clearly we're mining in South Florida here. And then right here, not only do we get to see another new ship, the Tanoyabu S18, man, we get to see a ton of items that are inside of this ship. Look at all this. Now, we've seen the phase beam and the deflector shield. We haven't really seen the pulse engine, the launch thrust, or the advanced cooling. We've seen the photon cannon. But something new and exciting is at the bottom right where it says compare and decline. So this looks like the different screen that you'll see when you finally get the opportunity to compare a starship with your current starship. I wish, you know, when you're going to purchase a new starship, I kind of wish that they had slipped up maybe and shown what the cost would be compared to the old one. And something else here that's of particular interest on the right-hand side of the screen, you know, it says weapons, health, and scan, but before it always said hyperdrive, and now it says hyperdrive X. I'm not sure exactly what that X has changed from before, but as we hover over some items here, we get to see this Carite sheet, and we also get to see another new ship, the Rasamama S-36. So everything's still having those S titles in them. Now, this is odd though. If you look at the hyperdrive in this one, it doesn't appear to have the X in the name. This one just says hyperdrive. I'm not sure why. Maybe one hyperdrive is better than the other. Other than that though, we can see the pulse engine again, and then the photon cannon and things like that. Very tiny looking ship though, kind of interesting there. And then right here, gotta stop this real quick too, because if you don't, it'll freaking pass you by at light speed. We've got all kinds of new Exo-suit upgrades here. Look at that. There's the jetpack again. We've seen some of those. The protection mesh, very interesting. Tells you a little bit about it too. It says basic shielding of user from environmental hazards, reduces user peril during planetary exploration. Micro vibrations increase electromagnetic wave reflection, thereby reducing absorption. Device is charged by oxide elements, operates automatically when hazards are detected. So this looks to be like the thing that's going to protect you when you're outside in some sort of horrible environment. We can also see a life support system, and I know I had mentioned before that there was that little pulse bar that we started to see in the new HUD on the bottom left of the screen, and it looks like that life support is the same little pulse bar, so that must have something to do with it. And then right away here, we've got another new technology discovered. Got this beam coolant system version 2. It says another mining beam companion unit. It further lengthens the time between the mining beam cooldown periods. Additional coolant loops are of liquid frenium placed around the laser's crystals. Excitement chamber quickly and efficiently removes symptoms of overheating. Operates automatically once constructed within user's multi-tool inventory. All right, so that's pretty darn cool. Another new unit to install. I'm glad that we got to see yet another type of tech to be discovered. And this right here, this is like the trading screen. Look at this right here. It says we can see a bunch of different items here. Fascination bead, iron, zinc, and plutonium, and it has like a galactic average of each price per piece, what you can sell. And this is very neat. This is like our trading screen. I can't remember ever seeing this before, and as someone who loves trading, I'm really glad to see this. Pretty awesome. Also, I wanted to mention, you'll get to see here that zinc, you know, it kind of tells you a little bit about it. It says an oxide element, it's uncommon. And then when it goes to the fascination bead, it says delicacy 4 subtitle. So I'm guessing that's just a placeholder that they were pretty much hoping, you know, wouldn't really take up that much screen time in the trailer. And then right here with our little Korvax buddy, we get to see intercepted manufacturing facility signal. New product recipe now accessible. That seems maybe like something that would come from hacking. We haven't heard a ton about hacking, but we've seen it in use a little bit, and it looks like you can get a couple of neat things from it. And one of the things that they had mentioned that you could get was blueprints and the like, and just items and credits, or I should say units and things of that nature. And it's awesome to see maybe something happening here with that. And that's it. That ends the trailer. Another very, very short trailer, but holy crap, did they manage to pack a liquid ton of friggin' information in it. And this is probably my favorite trailer so far, because it is just all information all the time on just new cool stuff that we haven't seen before. And guys, like I had said, I mean, I kind of went through, by the time I got done here, it was like going through every damn second of the trailer. But if there was other things that in my captivation of the various different technological upgrades and other elements and things I had missed, like I said, feel free to let me know, guys. I love talking with you guys about this stuff, and I'm having a lot of fun with these trailers. So please, Sony and Hello Games keep putting them out there for us. Until the next time, though, stay foxy and much love.